Wow.
Yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody, welcome to Planet Xbox Podcast. This is episode 94.
Yes.
The Illmatic edition. Episode 94, Planet Xbox Podcast. I am your host, the Best Bot Kid Smooth, and this motherfucker wearing a PlayStation 5 shirt, that shit just threw me off.
Yo, why does that even matter, bro? It's just
because it's not the first thing I wanted to see when I started the podcast.
Yeah.
But yo, we were in Discord. We were in Discord for 5 minutes talking.
I wasn't. You had your camera off. I literally just realized your camera was on.
Yeah, he know what it is, man. He know what it is. He know what's
Yo,
up.
he feel Spencer in you, man. You gotta put that.
I'm gonna choke him out.
Check me out.
You know where the reference is from, right? You hear the story?
I ain't hear shit.
You hear the story?
Nope.
Oh wow, okay.
Somebody got choked out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A Microsoft
Is it a possum?
A Microsoft developer. His kid.
Oh,
the Switch playing it too long.
I seen that.
Oh man.
You guys completely missed the deal.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Why you laughing at that? You smiling at that?
I'm not
Smooth?
laughing.
Are you describing it?
No, it was a joke that I was trying to play off on that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I did the same thing. No, probably not when the PlayStation guy was trying to never mind. But
No.
Yo.
Shit.
all right.
Oh, this just got wild for no reason.
That's why Xbox don't send him anything. Man.
Planet Xbox Podcast, episode 94. I am your host, the Best Bot Kid Smooth. We got Dopest J with the PlayStation 5 shirt. It looks like PlayStation 5 headphones, but it might not be. It might be some PC shit. But how you doing, Dope? Coke?
Yeah, man. You know, there's a lot of games coming out this month. Particularly from PlayStation, not from Xbox. So I think this shirt's pretty well deserved.
Talk about it.
Damn.
Really?
And I'm the pony.
I mean, Crossfire X did come out.
We still got the GOTY. We
Yeah.
got GOTY Crossfire X. Come on,
Crossfire
man.
X, yeah, that's
Yo,
a great game
Crossfire
right
X
there,
is
man.
fire. I ain't gonna lie, that shit fire.
And we
Yeah,
got
we chilling. You got too many games coming out, man. What the fuck? You got Horizon.
It burnt to the fucking ground. If you mean by fire.
Horizon just came out. That game looks beautiful on PS5. Elden Ring getting great reviews. Yeah, we got to talk about it today.
Yeah, we're gonna
We're
talk
gonna
about
talk
this
about
bullshit.
that Elden Ring, man.
Sir Dre the Great, man. It's been a while. How are you?
Good, man. I've been, well, shit. I haven't had a computer in like some months, so
You got a cell phone?
well, yeah, true that. But finally built my computer, so yay to me.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, I've been good, man. It's been a minute since I've been up with the fellas, man. Appreciate you for having me on.
No, I appreciate you for coming through.
Absolutely.
We got Chris Righteous, who's he's done turned this into a part-time a part-time thing. How you doing, Chris Righteous?
I only show up when I want to talk my shit. But anyways, welcome everybody to Planet Xbox. And yeah, man, it's been amazing few weeks, man. There's been a lot of definitely been eating good. You know, Seafood was a great indie banger. Horizon Forbidden West came out amazing. I'm really loving it. Every aspects about the game. There's a little bit of issues that I have, right? But so far, in my impressions, if I had to rate the game so far, from my impressions, it's definitely like a 9.5 out of 10. You know, for me personally, because everything that I complain about the original, they stepped it up a lot more. There's still some things that I wish they had more of, but you know, I don't want to get too far into details and stuff like that, right? But everything else, man, the side quests are amazing so far. The combat feels way better, right? The game looks just absolutely phenomenal. I do switch. Y'all gonna think I'm weird, but I have been switching back and forth between resolution mode and performance mode because there is a noticeable difference, right? There's definitely is a drop in quality in the performance mode. It still looks good and it runs really good. It runs amazing. It looks really good and shit like that, right? So while I'm in combat, I usually have it in performance mode. But if I'm out and about in the world and just taking my time and exploring, I like taking that scenery in and shit like that. So and I get used to 30 FPS. I still play on the Switch, right? So I could force myself to adjust to it, right? But yeah, and then there was a lot of things that happened. Street Fighter 6 finally got announced. Excited for that. Elden Ring is coming out Friday. Souls games, that's like one of my favorite series ever. A huge Souls fan, so I'm through the roof right now. Like it's getting amazing reviews. You know, people are already calling it Game of the Year already, which is crazy because Horizon just came out last week, and to me, I'm like, damn. I was like this is twice this happens to Horizon. It's literally twice this happens to Horizon, right? Horizon released in February 2017, right at the end of February. A week later, the Switch comes out with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild gets a 97 on Metacritic. Completely kind of takes some of the thunder away from Horizon. Wins Game of the Year. Horizon Forbidden West comes out right in February, literally 5 years later. Right, great reviews, amazing game and shit like that. Right, literally a week later, Elden Ring comes out. 97 on Metacritic. You know, on PlayStation, which is the best version. You know, I just want everybody to know it is the best version.
We got buttons.
But yeah, my bad. That's my intro. My bad. I'm rambling. Go ahead.
Ole Man Logan, get on camera so we can kick Chris off the main screen.
Let's go, baby.
Man, no, keep him up there.
How you doing?
You know, I'm still over here enjoying the real GOTY Crossfire X. You know, keep it real. My game of the year 2022. Nah, I'm just fucking. No, absolutely not. No, I've been playing Horizon since it came out. Absolutely loving it. Absolutely phenomenal game. I don't have Elden Ring on my sights just yet because I got a lot of other stuff coming up that I'm looking forward to picking up, like Shadow Warrior 3, GT7, Ghostwire Tokyo. So like Elden Ring's not on my radar, but it looks good. That's getting like great reviews. So shout out to the devs. I'm pretty sure that'll suffice all the Souls type gamers out there. So good win for them. But no, I'm just ready to be here, talk some games, hang out, play an Xbox. Don't forget to hit the like button. And yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Yeah, before that, Hardy, I know was in here laughing at the 22 people that was in here moments ago. So if you guys want to make Hardy, eat crow, hit the like button, hit the share button, so we can prove that more than 22 people have come and shown up for the boy. So I see Black Bond in the chat. Shout out to him. I had to pay out Elden Ring today. So there was that. Because what game didn't do what it was supposed to do? I think Dying Light. Yeah. NickBanks, man, how are you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good over here, man. What's up to everybody on the panel and in the chat? We back talking shit on these video games. Been enjoying Horizon. You know me. I had it, a day before Coke Boy. Thanks for that, man. Good luck.
Yeah, it's a shame I lost that bet, but hey. At least you got
and we still might get Spider-Man with a decal GPU and all that stuff you were saying. Yeah, it sounded good.
Probably like 2 years down the line. Sony's been disappointing me, man. They got to put some more of these games on PC.
Yeah, but other than that, still been playing Apex. That this season, I don't know how you like the character, Coach, but I ain't really digging Shorty like that.
Maggie isn't a bad character. I think I wouldn't play as her. I use Bloodhound and Bangalore, but in certain situations, you can push a team pretty fast using her and her special.
Yeah, I'm Remnant and Horizon right now, but yeah.
All right,
that's about it.
All right, so did we talk about Horizon Forbidden West last week?
We did not.
No.
Okay.
No, it came out Friday.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
we only talked about, I think, like briefly the reviews. But
right.
No, we didn't talk on the podcast.
So we've all, I'm assuming, played it, right? Or obviously, I ain't beat it yet, but I played a healthy. Well, I can't even say I played a healthy amount of it because I found like not the prologue, but like the first part of the long. It took me a while to get out, not out by like.
The opening was long. It dragged out the opening.
Yeah. I would definitely say that was like, I was like, damn, this opening is dragging out way too long. It definitely felt, after a while, it's like, okay, let's get it going. But after that, it becomes way better.
Yeah, no, I mean the game is like I said, it was one of the games I was looking forward to on the PlayStation side of things. So I mean, there's nothing surprising me about the game. I think it looks good, but that wasn't going to be a shocker. I mean, it looks great. I did what you did, Chris, in terms of I kept going back between performance and visuals because even though that the performance mode is running in a higher resolution, but it's a quality drop off. It's like you have to like pick your one and then kind of just deal with it or engage whatever.
It still looks good, but it's definitely
it looks good, but it's like damn. Why did I wish I didn't see this one? Like, you know what I mean? It's like because you're like I'll go back and be like, all right, this is going to look good in the 4K mode. Oh shit, this looks great. And then you go back. I was like, all right, I'm about to get in combat. Let me go switch it to the
because in performance there's a lot of like visual noise in the background, like the shimmerings and stuff like that you notice. Definitely some details lost in some of the textures and models, the in-game models and shit like that. So when you compare it to resolution, right, and you compare it to performance, as far as like how it looks, right, it's like you definitely notice a pretty significant difference in my opinion between the two. But it still looks good in performance. But it's like that to me, I feel like they're I don't know. I feel like the PS5 could still be pushed a little bit more on the performance side. That's how I feel. But I don't know. Maybe the PS4.
It's not that it can.
As well.
It's not that it can be. I just feel like they should have opted for native resolutions. It's like instead of because the checkerboard. Every game that uses checkerboard shows this ugly ass artifact like material, like it's like you see it, you see what they're trying to do, and that's what bugs me. So it's like a game if they would have went with like let's say if they went with like a 1620p whatever or some sort of dynamic resolution, it would look much better because you won't get all that noise. And then being that with resolution dynamically scaling, we're not going to see that changes. I feel like with checkerboarding, when things you see. The stuff on screen and it's too loud, and it's
a dirty technique. It's just a dirty looking technique. I don't understand why
it's not.
Gorilla use FSR. Like, why don't you use FSR, which looks cleaner? The image quality on that looks much more cleaner than using something like checkerboarding. I would never know. Like, hopefully they the console support it, but I don't know why some of these games simply just doesn't use it.
Yeah,
like open source.
Gorilla, they did say that they are looking into the visuals. They didn't say specifically performance mode, but I think people can put two and two together and know that it's a performance mode. But I honestly don't. I didn't see the drastic drop off in quality when it comes to quality versus performance mode. Like
because you got textures, 8K glasses that super sample, don't you?
No, I'm honest. I'm serious. I didn't see it like that. Like, of course, the visual noise is there. I think everybody can point that out. But I didn't see like the quality of textures and things of that nature that y'all see. I don't see that when they're switching back and forth.
It's not bad, but it's just like it could look.
Yeah,
better,
like I said, it's not. Cleaner. It's not better, but there is. I definitely see a noticeable difference between the two. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
And especially when the first thing was more apparent was like moving the camera around where I felt like it was breaking the image up, and I was like, that's very aggressive. It created like this halo effect.
You turn off motion blur?
I haven't done any right now. I just kind of got I'm used to it. I've been playing it long enough to the point it's like it doesn't bother me.
You didn't turn off motion blur?
I turned off motion blur right away. I do that every single game I play.
Because my thing is, I don't like the reason why I was like, all right, your default mode, right? Your default settings outside of performance resolution should be how the game's intended. It should be the best quality. So I feel like if I'm going to turn something off or down, I feel like I'm hurting the integrity of the game, or it's like something's wrong. Like I could be wrong, but if motion blur is going to hurt it, why not have it already set to off? Like, what's the point? So I feel like if I turn off motion blur, I
don't like it. I turned it to low. Like I didn't turn it completely off because motion blur does have some of its benefits, but I definitely turned it to low, and it was definitely better for me.
Okay, I'll give it a try to see what it did. I just find it weird that like your default setting should be like the recommended. Right, that's what I think. If your games should be set to recommended, like I would hate. This is why I don't game on PC.
Well, it's because most people
try to change shit. And if I'm thinking like once I boot your game, it should be the default like settings of all right. This is what the game is supposed to look like, and then everything else should be like fucking optional, meaning like, oh well, I don't like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But if motion, I feel like motion blur, if you're gonna enable motion blur, it shouldn't be to the effect where it's gonna hurt the game.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel you.
But everybody, I mean, I know Chris said, you know, he would give this game a 9.5. I'm more, I would say it's like I think the reviews are actually pretty accurate, and when I say the reviews, not the ones that were showing like a 6 or anything like that, but I want to say
how far are you?
I'm not far at all. I mean, I've found my first tall neck. Like I feel like I played a lot of it, but the thing is, what I was trying to do is something I didn't do in the first game, and that was tackle every side thing and question mark before I go on to my next thing. So I was like, you know, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna literally try to truly clear off the map, Assassin's Creed the game if I can. That's what I am attempting to do with this game. So my thing was I wasn't like beelining the campaign. I was just like boom, 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 seeing question marks or they give you like audio cues like hey, and then I go to it and they give you a little side mission to do because the side missions have been pretty fun. I ain't gonna lie, they've been quality.
They're really good. The side missions and. Now, I just overall just really loving the improvement, the presentation of the story. I'm definitely finding. Now I know some people said something about the story, but so far I'm definitely finding the story a little more engaging, actually more engaging than the first game. Because the first game, the story didn't really get engaged, really that engaging to me until you find out, you know, the twist like about who Aloy is and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like in this game it grabbed me from the start, even though the tutorial section, right, or the introduction was did overstay its welcome. Because I was like, damn, how long is when can I get to the West, right? But other than that, everything else, man, the presentation, the voice acting, even the NPCs, like they all have like really good quality character models on the PlayStation 5. Their voice acting is done extremely well. There's a lot of diversity of people, right? Culture, different colors and stuff like that, as well as being represented like really, really, really well, in my opinion. And and the combat is overall improved. You know, it's the same is similar to the first game, but obviously now you can do more. There's more things to do. There's you get a glider this time around, you know, which people compare it to Breath of the Wild. But to me, it functions differently than the one in Breath of the Wild. To me, the gliding in Horizon is more of a safety, like a safety fall, right? Versus in Breath of the Wild, it felt like you can traverse more grounds with it. But yeah, I'm overall enjoying it, man. There is a pretty good skill tree, I would say. Pretty expansive so far. And you know, and the scenery is absolutely crazy. The attention to detail and the graphics. I'm loving that, you know, the game really, really rewards you for exploration and, you know, these different things you can do is always feel something different. It doesn't feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again. I hate when open worlds, it's like it feels too repetitive with the same things that you're doing over and over again. So far from where I'm at, I'm not too far, right? So that could change later as I progress and finish the game. But yeah, man, I think Guerrilla Games really knocked that out of the park, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really having a good time with it.
Okay. What about you, Nick? You were one of the first ones to have it.
Yeah, man. I agree with Chris though. Like the way that like in the story, as far as the story go, me personally, I like the fact that she was like, all right, yeah, I'm the leader. Like it's going down. Like when you first encountered, like I don't want to spoil it or nothing, but you see how she was carrying it after a while. You know, when it started getting deep into the West or whatever. It's like, as far as the story, I like the way the story was going. I like the different species of bots that you gotta, especially them raptor-looking motherfuckers. I forgot the name of those.
The Claw Striders.
But yeah, those ones. Right. I mean, I just been like, I don't know how far y'all got, but like I think I'm level 22, I think.
Yeah, I'm level 13. I think
I'm like Yeah, I'm like 22, but I be doing everything though. Like the only thing I didn't do was that little mini game. Like I couldn't do it. I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. So.
Oh, the machine strikers.
It's Machine Striker, yeah. I want to learn it, but I ain't got time to do that. Like I want to do like, yeah. I was like, nah, it ain't simple, so I'm gonna come back to it.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten too much into that. I just did the introduction to it. But that's about it.
That part. Yeah.
But I know I'm gonna have to play it because I'm pretty sure I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure there's trophies attached to it.
Well, I think it's only one. Like you only have to defeat one person. Like you don't have because there's multiple throughout the Forbidden West. I don't think you have to beat all of them to get the trophy.
Yeah,
or to get a different trophy.
Can we speak on this one thing?
They do make the trophies easier this time.
Let's speak on that one thing, like the stuff we don't like about the game. Like it is well, I don't think the bugs necessarily like is my number one thing that I don't like about it because I had one bug, and I was in a bandit camp, and the last guy I was trying to kill was stuck in a wall. And I would have been more pissed off if they wouldn't let me kill him, but I was able to kill him, so I wasn't even tripping.
But you kept hitting the wall.
I kept hitting the wall. He died, so I was like, fuck it.
I really haven't experienced that. The only bug I experienced is like there was like these NPCs that didn't load in, and they were just walking around with the clothes were just floating, and that was about it. But overall, I haven't really been experienced too many bugs. Of course, it got blown out of proportion by you know who, but
I don't know, but there were a lot of bugs, man. Like,
yes, there were.
Yeah, like come on, Chris, bro.
They got blown. No, it's not that many. Nah, I didn't experience that many, but I ain't even capping, bro.
It wasn't hundreds that many like that one dude said, but it was quite a bit.
Yeah. Nah, it was bugged out, bro.
Hold on. Okay.
Compared to other games, that game is not bad whatsoever in terms.
I mean, compared to exactly. Comparing it, if you're comparing it to
I ain't gonna hold you. It's the buggiest game since all right. So PlayStation
since Days Gone,
since Days Gone, and that's I don't know which worse. Days Gone, Returnal had its bugs and stuff like that, but
Miles Morales as well had bugs in the beginning.
Yeah, but it's like it's. I'll give you this. I'll give you this, Chris. PlayStation's first party releases. Listen to this. PlayStation first party releases aren't known for bugs, right? They're quality releases, so that's why when things like that happens, it's like, yo, this is odd. Especially Days Gone was one thing. They did like Vita games and shit like that, but for this, it was like, oh, that's weird. Like this is not.
Yeah, but it's not. Nah, but I'm not even experiencing that much in the game as I'm playing the game. I'm not like I don't know.
I'm not either, but. I've seen
it. I ain't getting a lot of.
I'm not saying that there isn't. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there isn't, but to the level as some people are highlighting it and blowing that and over exaggerating. That's what I'm saying. Now there are issues. There are issues with the game. I was expecting more free climbing, right? As when they presented it, right? Even though the game has vastly improved, right? Its climbing system, and there's way more things that you can climb now. It's not as much as I thought it was going to be when they were showing it at the State of Play.
Yeah, they said free climb, and they was.
Right, I thought it was going to be way more
low key janky. The climb is low key janky, like seriously.
Way more free climbing and shit like that. Yeah, and it is a little bit janky. Also, there's various clipping issues, and like sometimes when you do the silent attacks or like the critical attacks, it's like her spear is not even entering the actual machine. It's like entering the air next to it. Or some shit like that, you know what I mean? So sometimes, and then the camera at times can get a weird. So it's like shit like that. It's like that shit needs to. They need to adjust that. But other than that,
Chris? I got a question.
I haven't really found too much faults in my opinion.
I got a question for you though. So what do you think about them charging $70 for it? And the first one didn't have all those issues, man. Like. As far as
I mean, it's Breast Red too. Also, COVID has been playing a factor.
See,
we can't do that. We gotta stop blaming COVID. We gotta stop blaming.
I'm not solely blaming COVID, but obviously since COVID happened, every single release has had bugs.
I recall a game Ratchet and Clank releasing, and y'all there was like, oh, y'all can't blame COVID. Look at Ratchet and Clank.
We can't blame COVID.
Nah, they were showing bugs for Ratchet and Clank too.
I don't recall seeing that, man. Like,
and plus, and Gorilla said that they delayed the game so they didn't have to deal with the crunch.
So they can avoid crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, it seems like they had ample amount of time. I don't know, but
debunked.
I still think the game.
So why did it come out the way that it
absolutely
did? You know what I mean? It's like
I still think it's good.
It's a great game. Dre, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much echo everything that they said. It's a dope game. Graphically, looks beautiful. Gameplay is definitely improved from the first one. I agree that the climbing is a bit janky. They should have went with the Assassin's Creed free climb. I know nobody wants to hear that because it's Assassin's Creed, but they should have went with that. Yep. Side characters is dope. Aloy as a character, I don't know, man. I don't see this not attraction, but this love for Aloy. I think she's an okay character. I don't think she's like a groundbreaking character. I think she's cool. Story is so far. I'm like 30 hours in. I'm like level 30, 35, 36. The story does have some twists and turns that make you go like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. But overall, like I said, Aloy as a character, she's okay. But like if I had to stop and give it some kind of I guess mid score or whatever, I would probably be at like a 8.5. We're probably right about now. I think Chris hit some of the stuff like the while the animations are vastly improved, like he was saying, where she just hits an invisible wall when it comes to like striking the machines. That's happened to me a couple times. When she swings, like when she goes to like grab on a ladder, she clips through the ladder. Like if y'all notice, she like swings and clips through the ladder.
Yeah.
So that's just some nitpicky stuff, but it's a dope game.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the nitpicky stuff wouldn't be highlight things if people weren't fucking analyzing grass on Xbox and shit like that. So and watermelon shooting watermelon down, and you open up to all this bullshit. That's
way better than anything on Xbox. It looks way better than anything on Xbox.
It looks better than any action RPG on Xbox so far. Yes. But
everything.
Any action RPG game on Xbox, absolutely. Right now, because absolutely. But that's not. I don't feel bad about that. It is. The first game was. I don't think anything on Xbox One challenged the first game. So visually, but it is what it is. Though I will say, never mind.
Fuck out the Gears 5, boy.
I will say Gears 5. I will say though, I'm not even going to do that comparison. I'll leave that I'll save it just in case we need to argue. But let me get to the super chat before I forget it. Bend Over. What a weird ass name. Actually, I went to a school called Bend Over Jackson Middle School. But Bend Over for $2 today. Are you doing an Elden Ring challenge, Smooth?
Hey, get that money, man.
The game's too damn long. It's too long. The reviewers like, I spent 87 hours and I loved it. 87 hours? I'm bruh. 87 hours. That shit does not sound fun. Like 87. Who wants to do that shit?
I watched a little bit of Skill Up, or I listened to it.
Some people not even finishing the game, no review.
And he said he thinks that, like, for if you're going through the game and actually exploring the world, right, and like going through like the dungeons, the main dungeons and shit like that, he's saying that shit is probably gonna take the average person like 90 hours.
Yeah, that's freaking. I don't want to see a game like that. I mean, I'm gonna have it because of a game sharing, so I'm gonna try to. I don't know. I don't do good in these no guide games. Like Zelda was like a no guide game. Like, you know what I mean? Where I need structure. I'm gonna give it a try. Maybe I like it, but then again, it's one of those games. Plus, it's hard as hell. Like I don't. It shit just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
The reviews are actually saying that this was one of the easiest Souls games
because they can easily farm shit, right? Farm like
easily.
It's because the reason why they're saying that is because the game gives you a lot more options and like accessibility tools to kind of like make things easier. For example, summoning a pack of wolves to like distract the boss while you're swinging it, shit like that, right? So
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
I
super.
We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about Elden Ring. We're gonna talk about Elden Ring. I just don't want to get into it.
Okay. I thought we were talking about it right now.
No.
Yeah.
The game I want to talk about is fucking Street Fighter 6. Capcom released like a 6-day countdown. A lot of people thought it was going to be for Resident Evil 4. People thought it was going to be some acquisition. But no, it turned out to be for Street Fighter 6 in this brand new ugly ass logo that they bought from fucking whatever, Pinterest or whatever. I don't know. But this game
logo was trash.
The trailer was like what, 30 seconds?
Whatever. It was 40 seconds.
40 seconds. And they didn't show anything but fucking Ryu's chest and his damn sandals. And
a weak ass logo.
Well, okay, so with that
around the logo.
So what they're showing, because the game is now being made in the RE engine now, right? The same engine as Resident Evil.
Better.
Yeah.
I was gonna look
they're really trying to push, like I can tell, right? And I was watching Maximilian about this. They're really trying to push like high quality, like AAA visuals that they haven't really pushed before in Street Fighters, because it's usually been more like art style and cartoony. They're probably trying to match that what they do with Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? This time around.
I really hope they adopt that.
Like, I don't know. Street Fighter characters is too wonky for that.
Like, no, but the story in the Mortal Kombat is lit. The stories in Mortal Kombat games is lit. That shit is nice.
I don't think. So the RE engine is like, all right. So we gotta consider Street Fighter is a fighter. So how is that going to translate? And then the character models in Street Fighter, I don't know how that's going to translate, because I don't know how realistic you can make these dudes look, especially with that Ryu. I'm not. Just not buying it.
Yeah, he looked like Minecraft head. Minecraft head kid.
That dude looks white as hell, man.
Yo, I got faith in Capcom. Street Fighter, man.
Because apparently Capcom did this racial aspects for the trailer that makes him actually look wider than what he is. But like somebody kind of like fixed it, and it actually looks a lot better. The model actually looks a lot better. But this is the first show on a teaser, so I'm pretty sure by the time it comes out, it's probably going to be adjusted. The looks are going to be adjusted.
Is this a game coming out this year or early next year?
Well, they just said summer 2022 for more info. That's it. I highly doubt
that's probably when they're going to show gameplay.
I would say,
they're probably going to show gameplay for it then.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely say next year.
So what they did was they released a trailer and they did not show any platforms that the game is going to be releasing on, which obviously translate to some concern. As we know, if you're an Xbox fan or user, Street Fighter V has been a permanent exclusive to the PlayStation and PC. No version of Street Fighter V has appeared on Xbox, which we thought was going to be some sort of time bullshit, but it's still not on Xbox. So that opens the door. And typically when new games are announced and no platform is announced for it, like people like Aaron Greenberg and stuff will come out and be like, hey, look out for Street Fighter or look out for this on Xbox, and that's when we're watching it on a PlayStation event and be like, oh, it's a multi-plat because they
did it with Pragmata, remember?
Yeah, but they did it with Pragmata. They did it with a couple Capcom game. Yeah, they did it with a couple of games actually, which I was like, okay, that's how they do. They didn't no mention of it. So I think what they're doing is they did that so PlayStation's next event, whether it be this summer, it allows them to properly reveal it, get us a better deal of what we're going to be seeing. And if we're going to do that, I'm going to say this. Fuck Capcom, and they should be bought by somebody. They should be bought by somebody. Like,
oh, man.
Chris, here's the thing.
I love it. No, go ahead.
This shit pisses me off. It pisses me off.
Do you know what you're saying right now?
Yes.
So, there's going to be no Resident Evil.
Fuck Resident Evil.
On Xbox. None of these games. What do you...
I agree.
What?
With both of those.
Here's the problem.
Nah, y'all capping, man.
A little bit of it is cap. I will admit, a little bit of it is cap and a little bit of frustration. But it's annoying that Street Fighter should not be. It's a platform agnostic IP. It shouldn't have like. I don't identify Street Fighter with any sort of console. It's a fucking fighting game. You know what I mean? It's like why? What is it about Street Fighter that it has to be exclusive? I think it's a horrible deal. It's a horrible deal. Like I don't understand why this has to happen. Like Capcom has made more than enough money to.
It's not a horrible deal because we see how Street Fighter 5 did.
Hold on, smooth. Wasn't you advocating for Xbox to buy WB? And doesn't WB have NetherRealm?
Yeah,
and
you know why? You know why?
You was advocating for a crossover with Killer Instinct.
Yeah, you know why I was advocating?
So why?
Okay, why? Because we still ain't got Street Fighter 5 on Xbox. So my fear,
get over it.
My worry was like, they're going to eventually announce Street Fighter 6. And there's a strong chance that it might be exclusive to PlayStation. Since PlayStation got Evo, some fighting tournament bullshit, they need something to pretty much back that. I was like, okay, if Xbox doesn't have a fighting studio, or like they have Killer Instinct, but they don't have like a team. So if they bought WB, they have somebody that can make it. Whatever, I don't know, but I was advocating for that because I only advocate Microsoft to buy certain studios or teams or IPs. Because,
keep it off of PlayStation?
No, because PlayStation just takes games away from Xbox.
Okay, Smooth. I have a suggestion.
Yep.
Hopefully, somebody from the Xbox division is watching this and can implement this solution for Kid Smooth's problem. Right. Here's what they can do at Xbox, and Phil Spencer, whoever's over there, listen to this. This is gonna be perfect. You had Ed Boon express interest in the Killer Instinct franchise, and he's a fan of it, right?
Yep.
So what they can do is contract NetherRealm to make either a new Killer Instinct game or get a timed exclusivity for MK12 or something like that, or do some type of crossover game where it's only on that platform. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best idea that they can do. Either a Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct crossover, or have NetherRealm make that game for X amount of money. They can easily dish that out, right?
Yeah, easily.
It'll be a third-party exclusive to the Xbox platform. It'll be on Unreal Engine 5 because that's what they use for on Mortal Kombat. They use Unreal Engine, and it's gonna be fucking dope. Why not do that to combat whatever type of Street Fighter shit they're gonna do on that side on PlayStation?
But Smooth got a PlayStation though, so he could easily have access.
Principle.
Hey, that's
He's gonna sell it
Horizon.
that Sony
He's gonna sell it after he beats Horizon.
That we're multi-platform. It's the principle.
It's the
Okay, Dre. It doesn't matter if he don't play, if he has the game or if he has the platform.
Here's the thing, right? This is what I do. Like, I buy proper exclusives for PlayStation. If PlayStation bought Capcom, you would not hear me complaining. If PlayStation buy fucking Square Enix, you would not hear me complain. It's just like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Even though it's envy when it comes to Spider-Man, because like, well, they own Insomniac, whatever. Like, I can't do nothing about it. I would like to have an Xbox, but it is what it is, right? But when you look at shit that's clearly no reason, exclusive for no reason, like Street Fighter and fucking Forspoken and freaking whatever they do, it's literally exclusive for no reason. That's what pisses me off and it makes me bitter. So it's like, all right, you want to release this on PlayStation and PC? I ain't buying it for no platform if that's the case. Like,
well, Street Fighter 5 was exclusive for a reason. Now, Street Fighter 6, to me, Street Fighter 6 is most likely probably a money hat move by Sony rather than what they did with Street Fighter 5, because Street Fighter 5, they literally funded the game to be made. If it wasn't for Sony's funding, Capcom was going to make the game, right? So that was the reason why Street Fighter 5 in particular, and they allowed them to make it on PC as well, right?
Yeah.
But Capcom is in a way better position now.
Yeah,
they Monster Hunter, Resident Evil,
Absolutely.
right? Selling 10 million.
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry doing well. They're extremely profitable right now. They're making bank, right?
I'm gonna say
Now, and I was gonna say, now the question is, right, because they still haven't technically announced. I mean, because they could still announce it for Xbox, right? That would be a big surprise, but I highly doubt it. And the reason why I highly doubt it is because, so Sony is trying to push, the PlayStation to be the home of fighting games, right?
Yep.
Street Fighter being one of the biggest fighting game. It's not the biggest fighting game as far as tournaments go, right? Not in terms of overall sales and casual appeal. Mortal Kombat is the bigger one, right? But in terms of tournaments, Street Fighter gets the most entries, gets the most, FGC, like it has the bigger tournaments and stuff like that, right? But not only that, since this announcement, it was confirmed that Yoshinori Ono, who used to produce Street Fighter, he's the one behind Street Fighter 4, the other Street Fighter 5 and shit like that, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. He left Capcom, I think it was like 2 years ago, and he joined the company. I can't remember the name of the company, but I'll look it up, right? and that company just got acquired about a year ago by Sony Aniplex, right? Which is the music company group, but they also publish mobile games and shit like that, right? But they have a new team there now run by Yoshinori Ono. But it was confirmed that that development team, Yoshinori Ono, he's helping with the development of Street Fighter 6, right? And that's a company owned by Sony. And so now that guy is a Sony employee, was ties to Capcom. Not only that, the ex-CEO of Capcom just joined PlayStation last year, right? He works for PlayStation now, right? He was CEO for Capcom for over 10 years, right? And then also with this, right? PlayStation paid money, right, for not only Final Fantasy 16, which is a huge JRPG franchise, they also paid money for 2 unknown IPs from Bethesda, Ghostwire Tokyo and what's the other one? Deathloop and shit like that, right?
Crash Loop.
You best believe that they fucking dropping the bat for Street Fighter 6 to be exclusive. Absolutely. Listen, this is one of those situations where I'm looking at this shit, and just like the Final Fantasy, when I was telling people that shit's not gonna come to Xbox, it's gonna drop on PC. And when it drops on PC, there's gonna be no shit on the Xbox because I paid attention to everything.
They might as well drop that shit on Xbox because that PC port was garbage. Fuck
yeah.
That shit.
So yeah,
damn.
I mean, if I was a betting man, yeah, that's most likely gonna be exclusive.
Yeah.
I'll definitely say
Trash. This is how I see it. Any studio, developer, publisher that relies or that still needs exclusivity deals to operate need to go for sale. They need to be purchased. They need to just sell to somebody. You don't need to be in business. If you can't operate without making games exclusive like that, you just sell.
Damn.
That shit drives me. It's like, what's the point? Like, you don't. Why?
Yo, I'm feeling smooth on that. Like, you just gonna be a thought of the industry for years? Like, come on, dog. Like,
Damn.
Capcom been around too long to not be publishing their own shit, bro. Like on a regular. Like, they should be like Square Enix, bro. At this point, like, yeah, they just thoughts out there.
Yeah. Shout out to Dub DUBB $5. She said, "Isn't there a rumor that Xbox is building a possible KI studio? I think there was some recent NRS hires, NetherRealm studio hires that people have been curious about." Yes, all right. So there is something going on with because they did get a couple of people that from WB and NetherRealm Studios, most notably the NetherRealms section that joined Xbox, but they joined Xbox Global Publishing. I don't know what that works. I don't know if they're internally building a new studio like how they did with the initiative, because the first thing they did was hire Daryl Gallagher, and then we didn't hear anything, and then they announced the studio at E3. It could be either that or they hiring these guys, and then they're pretty much partnering up with another studio that does fighter. Maybe it's Bandai, I don't know, and they're gonna like co-produce or co-develop either a likely Killer Instinct and do it that way. I'm not sure, but though that is true, there's some truth to that, because there's about at least 3 people from NetherRealms went to Xbox Global Publishing recently over the last I want to say 3 or 4 months. But I'm not sure what it's for, but you would think it's to develop or for something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but that is true. There's like 3 people from NetherRealms that left to Xbox this year. What else about so Street Fighter 6? So yeah, it's been announced. We all believe it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive. Dre, your thoughts on that?
None.
No, you got
I don't play fighting games, so I do see I don't know, man. If it happens to come to be exclusive to PlayStation, I see it having the same what's the word? I see the same results as Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I could care less, really.
I don't think it's going to be exclusive, though. I never said that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be exclusive because they're not even moving like it's exclusive. Like I told Chris before we got on, I was like, yo, like if Sony funding this shit they've been putting out, that Photoshop emblem like icon, that joint look like, like nah, man, like
yeah, but that's what I said earlier. Like if it is exclusive, this is what I said earlier. If it is exclusive, it will be a money hat and not necessarily what they did with Street Fighter 5, which was funded, Know what I mean?
Yeah, I just when you say money hat, like it just make me think like, yo, if they want money,
how much money,
then
man?
they wouldn't make it exclusive. Like I don't, unless Sony is funding it, then if Sony money behind it, then it's not gonna come out like this, bro. Like that cheap ass emblem and all that shit look like Capcom, bro. You know what I mean? Like, let's just keep it real. They getting too big for their britches. You know.
All right. So one of the big stories that were floating this week, that came to a lot of people's attention, was the people are coming out, speaking on Xbox, the lack of momentum and lack of releases. Where's the 2022 Xbox games? We know Destin Legary came out. I had a video on it. A few other people have a video on it. And I look at PlayStation and how they're essentially are set to dominate the first 2 quarters of the year with just back-to-back releases, given absolutely no breaks. And they're doing what
just the first 2?
The first 2. I don't know what's coming in 3 and 4. I don't really care, but for the near future is like a ton of shit. So they started with what? Sifu, which I don't really give a shit about, but Sifu.
Well, hold up. You got to start with Uncharted.
Oh, Uncharted. Another PlayStation 4 port. Okay.
Uncharted. That's right.
Uncharted, which I still haven't purchased yet, honestly.
Yeah.
Uncharted, they got the Uncharted collection, which was all right, cool. You got Sifu, and then what's the game we're playing now?
Horizon. Not only that, but they just dropped an expansion for that PlayStation first party multiplayer banger, Destiny.
Okay.
That expansion. Yeah.
That hasn't hit me.
Yeah, baby. That counts, baby. That counts.
You got Horizon Forbidden West, and after that, you get you get a PS Now day 1 game, which is Shadow Warrior 3, which is kudos. We could talk about that, but so like that wasn't even needed or necessary.
Gran Turismo.
I know. We're getting there. That Shadow Warrior thing wasn't even needed or necessary. It wasn't like they got any like time without games, right? And then you got Gran Turismo, which comes out next week, right? And they already got review copies and stuff out and shit playing. After that, I'm pretty sure there's some like offset.
You got Forspoken,
Ghostwire Tokyo, Forspoken.
Ghostwire fucking Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire
Also, I got
Babylon's flops.
Yeah, Babylon's Fall, which is exclusive to PlayStation as well, comes out.
I don't want to play that game. That's like about like.
No. But I'm just saying right? That as well. And then there's one of the indie games from the China Hero Project, Animal Mutation, drops in March, which is another PlayStation platform exclusive.
Then you
baby, we eating good.
And I'm pretty sure Atlas is probably going to announce some special PlayStation exclusive for April or some shit like that. And then you get not Platinum, Atlas, right? And then you got Forspoken in May. After that, and then what Stray's probably gonna be some time after that. And damn, y'all still got what's that other freaking
God of War?
God of War Ragnarok.
You know what I mean? So even without God of War Ragnarok, right? PlayStation is essentially it's unnecessary. It's an unnecessary amount of games, right?
No, sir.
I feel like that's really unnecessary.
Dropping games is unnecessary now?
No, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying it's just like that it's ridiculous. So when you look at Xbox,
they're just killing it, basically.
Yeah, they're killing it. I like realistically, there's only about there's Forspoken. That's definitely one. I know people feel a certain type of. I want that game. The game looks freaking dope. It probably will run like shit, but it looks dope.
Fix that performance on that game. That shit like it's running at 30 frames per second.
It's gonna be fine, man. Trust me, it's gonna be fine, man.
Oh no,
Ghostwire Tokyo looks interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it looks interesting, and the only thing that would really I would buy it is because it's Bethesda. I'm gonna try to get that. I did the same thing with Deathloop. Bought Deathloop, played it, enjoyed it, beat it, and I can't wait till it comes in the Game Pass this year, and I'm gonna play it and beat it again. But Ghostwire Tokyo, I might just, and shout out to Xbox and Bethesda for keeping games at regular price, and shout out to PlayStation with the PS Plus discount because it's $52 right now if you pre-order it. So I might jump. I'm thinking. I'm contemplating jumping on that day one. When you look at that and you look at what Xbox has, They had Crossfire X, which turned out to be a gigantic flop, even though it looks good. It's proper ray tracing, by the way, guys, because all the people say Xbox doesn't do ray tracing, but it's proper ray tracing in the game. The game looks good. It's just the multiplayer sucks ass. There's no achievements for campaign, and it's just a turnoff, and I'm just not happy about the game. So you throw that away. It's the worst reviewed game of the year, by the way, I believe.
Hold on, Smooth. Before you continue, though,
Talk that shit,
you see how you mentioning all this stuff, right? That PlayStation is dropping all throughout this year.
Yeah.
Come November and December, the moment they don't have a game dropping, everybody's gonna forget about the past 10 months and be like, PlayStation doesn't have nothing.
Yeah. I covered that in my video. I did cover that in my video. I said, I said there's a chance that PlayStation may not have anything in the second half, but at this, it don't fucking matter because it doesn't matter. I don't care because that's too far long in the future right now. It just doesn't matter. They got shit now. By the time I get there, it won't matter anymore because like Xbox has nothing now, and then I don't know when Xbox has nothing. It has something. The problem is that Xbox they have to solve these releases. They have to solve that gaping hole that they have at the first half of the year where they can't deliver anything. And I feel like so far as of right now, they haven't done anything drastic like they did last year. I feel like last year they were able to put a band-aid on the lack of first party releases with like different shit. Like the Medium came out, Outriders was in Game Pass day one. You got MLB The Show that came in Game Pass day one. FPS Boost was like, that shit was so it was just a lot of shit going on that it really didn't impact us. So by the time that shit wore off, games started coming. Like the Ascent, Flight Sim, fucking Psychonauts, the game started to come and then it was cool. I feel like Xbox had the best year of all platforms in 2021, if you ask me. Now, I'm not seeing that same energy be replicated in 2022. Like there's no game. They were supposed to have Stalker 2 that got delayed to what the fuck. I don't know when the shit's coming out.
December.
That shit might as well be 2023. I'm like,
it's not first party, man. You gotta stop hyping these
But the
games,
thing is,
bro.
it's not first party,
the
but it
goes,
was supposed to act as a buffer. It was going to be the
yeah,
it was
but
supposed
look
to act
at
as a buffer.
Crossfire Buffer X, man. That joint.
It would have like so. The thing is, you lost Stalker. Crossfire sucked ass, and now all the other games that we know about has no release date, and Xbox doesn't.
Only confirmed thing is Starfield. That's it.
Xbox doesn't,
and we still haven't seen anything from that game.
Yeah, because we were going to see that.
What about Everwild, yo?
Xbox
what about Everwild?
Oh my God!
I don't want to hear about
started on that.
Xbox doesn't do any events outside of E3 that would give us a better idea of game releases. Like, and so that's the issue. So it's like, what now? Like, it is frustrating. It is a frustrating situation. And I feel like they have to do something. And now you got PlayStation acting on third party into PlayStation Now day and date. That's sort of eating your food. I feel like you gotta go hard. You gotta do something. You gotta do something.
Yo, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna get a third party Game Pass deal.
That's all they can do at this point.
Yeah, but what's the next major third party game that's coming out that could be put into Game Pass? I mean, Elden Ring's not
A Stranger of Paradise.
Good question.
The biggest one I can think of is Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
I'm getting Stranger of Paradise day one, right?
Chris, the only game I can think of right now that if the pre-orders for it doesn't pan out and can get like a surprise Game Pass announcement is Saints Row. Either that game or like Test Drive.
I thought Call of Duty got delayed.
Yeah, exactly. That's way past summer.
Yeah,
there's nothing upcoming. Like even Nintendo's having a bigger fucking year than Xbox.
Oh yeah, Nintendo's going crazy right now too. Pokemon
going crazy.
They're going crazy right now too.
I don't believe.
They got Kirby coming up
again.
I don't believe it when you say you're frustrated because as soon as those games drop in November and December, you're gonna forget about the whole year.
That's different.
Right now, though.
That's different. Like I'll finally have the games that I'm looking forward to. But I'm talking as of right now.
Were you frustrated last year?
No, because I wasn't the first.
You had medium in February.
I had medium, which I thoroughly enjoyed. We had the Ascent came out. I had FPS boost, so I was going back and beating games that I haven't beaten at better frame rates and shit like that. So that was hype.
You got those FPS boost games.
Yeah. So I mean, but right now,
they were adding them. They were adding them then. Now it's done. That program is finished.
Smooth. Something about to happen, bro. You know
it better
Microsoft
happen. And we at the end of the month, so I expect those March Game Pass games to be fire because they need to talk about them shit.
That shit looking slow, bro. It's looking slow. I can't sit here and be like, yo, buy an Xbox Series X or Series S right now to anyone. I'll have a way easier time selling a fucking Switch to somebody than an Xbox right now. And I don't like the
always
Switch.
Did something for the holiday. The holiday season to them is the traditional thing. Like that's what businesses like on some fronts.
Alvin, the Ascent came out in July.
Like
I know my releases. Yeah, there was a freaking ton of game and what Death Doors came out in June.
Yeah, Death's Door. Yeah,
that came there was a ton of shit. Like Xbox had actually a lot of exclusive. Echo Generation that's still an Xbox exclusive to my knowledge. Is it out on PlayStation? Echo Generation, that RPG, that Echo Generation.
Never heard of that game.
Yeah, it's not on PlayStation. Yeah, as of yet. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard and it's harder on Twitter because you got all these people talking shit. Because the thing that pisses me off about these guys on the PlayStation guys on Twitter is because these guys were rushing February so hard, right? When Halo and Forza and all that shit was out, coming in, they were coming and getting the reviews. All I heard PlayStation guys was telling me, well, y'all ain't gonna have shit in February. Like, what the fuck? I'm enjoying these shits now. I don't care about February right now. So it's
yeah, but everybody was talking shit saying PlayStation didn't have anything, even though they had the
PlayStation 4
the expansion of Final Fantasy 14 and shit like that, which is huge. And Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
Kenna was dope, but what carried PlayStation in 2021 was Xbox and PlayStation 4 ports.
No, Returnal was dope. Ratchet and Clank was dope. Kenna was dope.
You said Flop Turnal?
Oh,
yo, speaking of Returnal, didn't Saifu outsell that game in a week?
Oh yeah, Sifu did outsell it. Tough. A game that was only on PS5 with 5 million installed base at the time, versus an indie game versus on PS4, PS5.
How much is Sifu? $40?
And PC, and it's $40. Yep.
Man.
Oh, so you expected it to outsell Returnal? You expected the Sifu to outsell Returnal?
No, I did.
It definitely had more hype. Games. It had more hype than Returnal. Returnal's not a bad game. I'll fuck with Returnal, but that game.
No, Returnal's not a bad game, but but Sifu was dope, man. I fuck with it heavy.
All right, so Call of Duty is getting delayed. That's what the rumor has.
The 2023 release is going to be delayed, most likely.
Release. So there will be no Call of Duty game next year. But this is how they can bandage this, right? Because aren't they supposed to do the Warzone 2?
Yeah, that's the thing.
So then it won't feel like it's a delay at that point.
Right.
Because that's going to be a big event itself. As popular as Warzone is, the Warzone 2 comes out, that's going to be another event in itself. So they can get away with that. It's not going to be that big of a deal. But Treyarch's last game was what? Cold War?
Yeah, it was Cold War.
Yep. Okay. And the game that's coming out this year is Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2, yeah. Right. So the sequel to 2019
is doing that.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're revamping their engine.
That's coming to Game Pass.
I mean, I hope the deal closes in time for that game to go to Game Pass. I'm still trying to get Vanguard in Game Pass. I'm not buying that.
And Vanguard is pretty good too.
Yeah, the campaign looks dope. I was not willing to spend $70 just to play its 6-hour campaign. I was not.
Call of Duty actually has good campaigns.
Yeah,
that's
they have
the thing.
wonderful
campaigns. A lot of the campaigns, they're not bad. They're pretty fun.
Yeah. The thing is,
I like Modern Warfare 2019's campaign a lot too.
Oh, yeah,
that game had a really dope campaign.
That was a dope.
I like Vanguard so much. I got every trophy except for the zombie trophies.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good.
You beat it on Veteran?
I beat it on Veteran. Yep.
Hey, let's get it.
Yeah, they actually play Call of Duty on different difficulties.
Yeah,
I mean it's a trophy.
I played on the hardest. I played on the hardest shit.
Yeah. Like Veteran's really the only difficulty to do.
Normal.
And Normal's too easy.
Hey, it is what it is.
I ran through Modern Warfare 2, the remastered on Veteran like it was nothing. That shit was easy. I want them to remaster MW3 so I can run through that and get the achievements for that.
Is that one even good?
Modern Warfare 3 campaign isn't bad. It's actually a really good campaign. I didn't like Ghost. The Ghost was the campaign was rough.
So speaking of Call of Duty, it's like more reports are coming out in regards of what went down with the Microsoft and Activision deal, and rumor has it that it was reported that Phil Spencer contacted Bobby Kotick the day after?
It was 3 days after.
3 days after the reports came out of the the scandal came out and whatnot, and they set up a meeting with Satya, who just came out and really just said, would acquire me. And it was said that that Bobby reached out to other publishers or other businesses for a buyout. One individual, they said, agreed to do some sort of like split where because they couldn't buy the company as a whole, but they can obviously do portions of it. I'm curious to see who that was.
Ubisoft.
Sony.
We gotta make payments, sir. I'm sorry.
They just buy Sony.
You know what?
Sony said, "Listen, man, I can upfront a half cost, man. You gonna have to pay the rent. I'm gonna have to figure something out."
You know what would have been dope though? Actually, that would have been dope if Sony and Microsoft combine to split the things up, right? So that means, let's say they did some shit like where they get 50-50. PlayStation got its own Call of Duty studio. Xbox had its own Call of Duty studio. You know what I mean? Whoever gets Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and the Sledgehammer, they can throw somewhere else.
Xbox better get Infinity Ward.
We better get Infinity Ward.
No, I'm just saying that would have been kind of dope.
Yeah,
I would have appreciated that shit.
That would not happen.
I'm just saying it would have been dope. That would have been a nice, oh, that makes sense. Activision is gonna get sold off to Microsoft and Sony.
Infinity Ward, they make the best looking Call of Duty games, hands down.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
They make the best looking games. Like look at Vanguard. Vanguard is using Modern Warfare's engine. Yeah, and that game looks great.
Yeah, I think that
every Call of Duty since Modern Warfare got.
And then PlayStation could have gotten majority of the studios that worked with them before, and Xbox got most of them.
And shit.
Yeah, and Xbox could have gotten Blizzard since there was already connection with Blizzard and
all that
other shit. So that would have made and King. You know what I mean? So I think that, believe it or not, I feel like that actually could have worked out and benefit both, and they wouldn't have to worry about, can this be exclusive? And everybody could have had their own fucking exclusive and went on their damn way. But Xbox got, you know what I mean? If it goes through, they got the whole bag and shit. But
they got it.
Whole thing. But I think that would have been a cool idea. I always wanted to see if any a major buyout happened between Xbox and PlayStation where they can pick and choose. I know it doesn't work like that, and it's probably almost impossible to do some shit like that. But I think it would have been dope to do.
Yeah, that's if Activision say we're going to sell off particular studios and divisions within our company. That's if they want to do it that way. But
done, I don't know what the hell.
WB should do that shit. Just sell off some of these studios. I think the one company that really should be sold is Konami, because they're selling on so much IP right now that could be made. But
do Konami even have studios?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I think Sony should pick them up for sure, so Sony can start working on some of those IPs.
Yeah, it'll just be for IPs, but I mean, a company can always come in, like Sony or anybody, right? Or even Xbox. They can always come in and be like, "Yo, y'all ain't doing shit with this IP. Let us pay you. We'll find a studio to make it and shit like that." It'll probably be cheaper for people to go to Konami that way. But yeah, they are sitting. Unfortunately, they're sitting on a gold mine of IPs that they're just leaving out to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've never really cared for Konami. I don't think I've even, honestly, I know they do. They're responsible for what, Castlevania and
Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill. Yeah, they got gold mine of IPs, man.
Yeah, man. Hit that like button. I see Porter Rock in here. He had a big interview with we talked about it last week. He had the Ackman on his show.
Oh yeah. That was crazy. That was a crazy interview, man. He even let the word slip in the middle of the show. Like, what the hell? Like, that shit was crazy, man.
Yeah, I see BG did an interview with that guy Stevie O.
Yeah, the dude from
Survivor.
He was the one that gave it a 6 point. He gave it a 6.9.
He's just a freelancer.
Yeah.
He's not even like
Yeah, he's a freelancer. I'm sorry. Let me get that right. That was a good interview though. You know.
Shout out to Delilah HD. It's always great to see Delilah HD in the chat. Shout out to her. I've been wanting to do a show to get some get her on here and a few other select people that I do want to get on the show that I do appreciate. Max City Entertainment, what's up? We got who else? I see Grinds My Gears is in here. And Bless Red, of course. Grinds My Gears, I watched him and Frog did their show yesterday. Them dudes were pissing me off with with their takes, man. I don't know what it is, but Frog has this internal hate for Xbox Game Pass, and Jez is still on this tirade. But shouts to them. It was a good show that kept me in there long enough to listen, but I was getting my ass irritated. All right, so what else do we have that occurred? Trying to think see if I'm missing
Elden Ring.
What y'all think about that? Hold on, before that, what y'all think about that PSVR 2? How y'all looking? How do y'all
like that shit looks dope.
It look good. Look good.
Looks good, man.
I like the controllers look good. I think the controllers are gonna be a great improvement.
Yeah, and the fact that there's only one wire as well.
Yeah, I think that's the most interesting thing about it, as far as like not being like you're still tethered, but being limited to one wire. I think that's a lot better. That's one reason I got rid of my original PSVR is like I couldn't it was a hassle. I didn't like the hassle of unhooking it, and I didn't have the pass through one. So after a while, I just stopped using it. And then I eventually sold it. So I'm honestly not sold on VR, but I'll probably end up getting it down the line. But I'd be lying to you to say if I'm looking forward to it day one, stuff like that. Nah. But
Got you.
when is it coming out? Did they still give us a date? There's no date.
They just showed the headset and the controllers. That's it.
What y'all think it's gonna cost though? Real quick.
I think it's gonna cost.
I say $399 or $499.
$299.
I got $399.
$399 for me. Yeah.
I think $399 will be the perfect spot, but though, because this is supposed to be really advanced. Like it is more advanced than other VRs in the market. As far as the specs, as of right now, of course, this is going to be right after that. This is going to be one that beats it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I can honestly see this possibly being 500.
5? I don't think it's 5 because it's not standalone.
Yeah, if it was standalone, that would make sense.
You're hooking it up, so you're hooking it up. It doesn't have a battery in it whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna cost as much as people think it is. I think the most expensive thing is obviously gonna be the haptics that's built onto the controller, and then the actual display itself, the OLED. Which OLEDs aren't that expensive to manufacture now versus how it was back in the day. Mm-hmm. So I could see it being $399. I think $299 maybe.
Does the Oculus, do they sell their controllers separately, or is it like all in one bundle?
Oh, it's all in one bundle.
Yeah, okay, so I asked that to ask, do y'all think the Sense controllers are going to be bundled in or sold separately?
It's going to be bundled in.
Yeah, they would have to be.
Yeah, they have to. They have to do that.
Consider so. Yeah, I think this thing goes for $399. I mean, how much did the PSVR 1 cost at launch? Like,
there's $399.
$399.
Okay, so there's a price right there. I got you.
Yeah.
Now is that a good price to sell though? Is that a good price?
It's gonna sell off the fucking shelves pretty fast.
So?
Like VR is taking off right now. Especially with the popularity of the Quest 2 and how accessible it is to a lot of people without having a dedicated PC. Mm-hmm. So with PSVR, like I think they're gonna be able to demo a lot of experiences. Obviously, we have the Horizon game that they showed off for VR, but there's a lot of games on PC and on the Quest that they can port over to PlayStation VR and demo them at higher resolutions, more detail, and be able to sell this thing like it's nothing. They have the IP behind it as well. Mm-hmm. I think the next thing they should like probably look into doing is doing their own version of VR chat, right? Like bring back PlayStation Home, create your own avatar, and then play it in VR.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what the metaverse.
Yeah, like essentially their VR metaverse.
Yeah, that's what they're able to capitalize on. My coworkers, because all my coworkers got the damn Oculus with a Meta shit, And they are. I'm like, damn, how you guys almost sell me onto this shit? Because I didn't realize I didn't know that you don't have to be plugged into a computer. You
don't have to. Yeah, that's the great thing about Quest is that it's standalone.
That might be. I might be interested in that if I can if I don't have to be tethered to nothing. Okay.
You just boot in. That's it. You're just right there, and you download your games directly to it. And if you want to play it on PC, hook it up to your PC. And the great thing about PSVR is that, hey, if you already have a PS5, you just hook it up to your PS5 and just play games off of that. Yeah. That's it. And I think everything that was like shitty about the PSVR 1 has been addressed with PSVR 2. And the big thing about it is that they were able to see what other companies were doing with their VR, like HP, Facebook with the Oculus, and then Valve with the Index. But the Index is like $1,000 VR headset. Like that's the highest end shit you can get on the market.
Got you.
Yeah, it's just never been sold into the whole VR thing. It's like I don't
You have to try it. You have to try it.
I had PSVR.
But PSVR wasn't a great experience. Yeah, that's the thing. I tried out VR with the Samsung Odyssey, and that's what sold me into it. Like I was always with the one person that's like, oh fuck VR, this ain't it. And then I tried it out, and then I bought the Quest 2, and never looked back. I haven't been playing it as much as I used to, but there's a lot of like really good experiences on there, like Pavlov VR, Blade and Sorcery. What else? Super Hot. Like there's a lot of like really good games on VR that you can play, whether it's like first-person shooters, action adventure, RPG, stuff like that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but is this thing coming out this year? You think?
Maybe because they're dropping a lot of news on it pretty fast. Like they announced the specs, they showed us the design of it recently. So I expect like sometime during E3 they're gonna demo it, like show you what the VR experience is with it on PS5, and then probably give you a release date with like a big exclusive with it.
Yeah, isn't Horizon already have like a VR version in works?
Yeah, so you have a VR Horizon game, and then they'll probably just like I think they'll have like a separate showcase for it, like demoing other games to come on it, because they already have access to VR games right now with the PS4. So then giving you like PS5, PSVR 2 optimized games on PS5.
PS4 optimized games?
Yeah. I think PSVR 2 is going to be pretty well. It's going to do pretty well. At least better than the first one, as long as Sony really supports it. And from what it looks like, they're really trying to go all in, right, and support it. So as long as they provide good, unique content for it, and they're gonna get IPs there, like we already seen Horizon already IP, so they could do that with a whole bunch of the other games as well. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. I'm definitely looking forward to a unique gaming experience, because everybody that I know that talks about VR says that they were skeptical at first, but once you get into it and once you play a game like a Resident Evil 7 or something like that, that's actually good.
Yeah.
Right. Then it's a really, truly compelling, unique experience. The only problem is it's like there's not, the content is not at a consistent, flow of things. That at least not right now. So, but hopefully Sony has that figured out when it comes to
there's content there as well, because even if it's not coming from Sony, you definitely have a lot of third-party VR studios that are making games consistently.
Yeah, they
the biggest thing for VR right now is having like outside of the Oculus Quest, which the Quest did a good job of introducing it to a wider market. There's a lot of untapped potential with the console market as well. So having console gamers buy VR to get more support so that there's more funding inside of it in terms of people actually buying those games is the biggest thing as well. So you can have bigger, more expansive VR experiences as well, because like some of the titles I mentioned, they're really good, but there's so much more potential with it if these studios have more money, more funding behind them as well. And I think that they're going to get a bigger light shine on them when they hit the PlayStation Marketplace as well.
Okay.
Sweet.
Another interesting thing happened. Atlas is finally releasing a game for Xbox after 14 years.
Yes, sir.
Soul Hackers 2 is coming out for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC maybe.
Surprisingly, not the Switch. Which people are, these Nintendo fanboys are going crazy right now, man.
Shit's weak,
man. They are losing their fucking. No, it's not. Hold on. I don't even. It has to be something else, right? Because there's no way that you can tell me that this game, right, with Soul Hackers 2, which I am gonna pick it up because I do like Atlas games, even though this this game is kind of underwhelming to be visual wise compared to their other games, right? But you look at Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is running on the Switch with Unreal Engine 4. I don't even think this game is using Unreal Engine at all. At least I didn't say it, right? The character models, the details with like the monsters, the shit that's going on screen, graphically looks better than what they showed with Soul Hackers 2. Even though Soul Hackers 2 is gonna look cleaner because of the resolution. The only thing that brings down Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch is the resolution is really low, so it makes it look blurry. But the graphics is really good. Like if you throw it on PC, right, and you put it at 4K, right, that shit's gonna look amazing. Just like Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild on PC looks fucking crazy, right? But obviously the resolution on the Switch brings the image down. So
I got you, Trey. I got you.
So people on the Switch are fucking completely pissed because this is the type of game.
Blanchard's punching there right now. Let me tell you this. They probably didn't even want to bother trying to optimize that game on the Switch. I think that's the real thing. They said, you know what? Fuck this. We're gonna optimize it for every other platform. Switch, fuck it. We're not even gonna bother with it. And that's what's gonna start happening with a lot of these other third parties. And then there was an article today. There was some Nintendo executive that was like, oh, we're midway through the Switch generation. I said, what the fuck are you saying midway through the generation? Is he telling me we have another like 3 to 4 years of this bullshit?
No, that okay. So yeah, he did say that. That is true, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that we're gonna have to wait 3 or 4 years for another Switch, because another Switch can release right in between that time frame, and the Switch will still get supported even after that. So technically, it will still be in its life cycle, just like the PS4 is still in this life cycle, even though the PS5 is already out. So that doesn't necessarily mean
it's not only just that. He also said we don't have like a plan for next gen right now. He said that.
Yeah, but don't listen to Nintendo.
He said that in the article.
They always say shit and then they turn around and it was the complete opposite. They do that all the time. They do that all the time. Don't listen to these shits. There's a possibility that a new Switch can come out next year.
Them niggas don't be capping though. They don't cap.
Yeah.
They do cap. We're not doing this. We're not doing that.
No, they do cap. They do. When it comes to that, because sometimes they'll flat out. You hear rumors or something about Nintendo, and they'll flat out straight deny it, and they say no, we don't have any plans for it. And then a few months later, they announced it, and it was like, oh shit, y'all did have plans for it. That happens all the time with Nintendo.
I think that they're working on a design for it, but in terms of when they're gonna drop it, I think they don't really care when they drop that shit, because they're gonna keep milking this generation for as much money as possible. It's still selling really, really fast. They still move,
crazy.
Like they still move units on it, but the thing is, like, for us, is like the technology is so old.
Yeah.
I don't even like touching my Switch anymore, honestly, because how bad the performance is for games on there.
At least give us some type of mid-gen refresh, like a refresh of the dock, so at least we can put it in and we can get a better image quality, right, and better performance and shit like that.
That's what we thought the Switch OLED was going to be. We thought that was going to be like a mid-gen
you know what? No, it was.
Where they stopped it.
No, it was supposed to be, but due to the chip shortages and all that stuff, they decided not to do it. So the Switch OLED was supposed to be a more powerful Switch, but they decided to opt out of it because of everything that's going on with the conductors and, you know, the hassle. It'll be the same situation. They won't be able to produce. It'll be completely so they probably didn't want to deal with all of that right now.
I don't know, but because I mean, you would think, I mean, they would, you know, plan ahead for a situation like that, because there's things. I mean, there is some quality of life improvement with the Switch OLED, but it's at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. But
not enough, though.
Yeah,
not enough. Yeah. It's still it wasn't enough.
I'm trying to think. It was any thoughts on Shadow Warrior 3 PlayStation Now day and date? Kind of came out
day one.
Yeah, for PS Now. Yeah, I mean, it was some, you know, out of left field. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting it. You know, like, this isn't the first time that they did a day and date. They rarely ever do it.
Rarely, yeah.
The last time was like Virtual Fighter Remastered or some shit like that.
Wasn't it GTA 3, the definitive edition?
It wasn't day and date. It was a month later.
No, it wasn't day. It came out a month later.
Did it come to PlayStation Now or PlayStation Plus?
PlayStation Now.
Okay.
It came to Now. So I mean that's cool. I mean, I'm not really. I looked at it and it looks like, you know, like another Doom type of game. So I'm not too into it or anything like that. I'm probably not gonna check it out because there's so many games that I'm playing right now. So I mean, I may check it out later, maybe before it leaves PS Now. I'll probably give it a try, but it's cool.
Realistically, honestly, that's something Xbox should have done. Was put the thing in game, was able to try to get that game in Game Pass. I know they work well with Devolver Digital. They had a lot of titles in Game Pass day and date last year. But that's why I was just a little bit surprised that if anybody that was gonna have a day and date, I thought it would be Xbox. But we will see. So all right.
Oh, real quick,
go ahead.
I would have thought they would put it in something like a PlayStation Plus instead of PS Now, because they don't really advertise PS Now like that.
And no, they have been. Within the past year, they've been advertising a little bit more, and they've been improving the drops on it.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more. And then we have this whole rumor with Spartacus, so they probably
Spartacus is probably testing
testing the waters and stuff like that. Plus, PS Plus, they just announced the games as well. I think it's Sonic Team Racers,
Shadowrunner or something like that, right?
And then Ghost of Tsushima, the multiplayer, just the multiplayer portion of it. Then it was like an arc or some shit like that. So
yep.
Okay, so Elden Ring. I didn't even know the embargoes lift today, but Elden Ring is easily the highest rated game of the year right now, and it's one of the highest rated games of all time at a 97, 98, whatever it is. I honestly I thought the game was gonna get like an 86 or some shit like that. So I was
crazy,
way off.
You crazy. The other Souls games
86.
Yeah, I tweeted 86. Like no problem. Like I got this in the bag.
All the other Souls games have gotten 90s and like 89 and shit like that. Like I don't think there's any Souls games that gotten below like an 88 or 89.
You really thought the industry was about to let the media darling From Software get anything below a 90?
Bro, like I didn't think it was gonna be like that crazy.
This nigga said the media darling.
That was not happening.
Bro, all right, so everybody got it. Now, I'm curious. I didn't think there was that many good people at video games for this game to be sitting at a 97.
No, like a lot of these reviews didn't finish it, but they're reviewing it. These reviews, they came out and said some of them came out and admitted it. Some of them came out and straight up admitted, I still haven't finished it.
87 hours. Now he's just enamored. And see, I wish I was good with words. If I was good with words, I could review any game. Like, that's a lot of these reviewers. They make up these unnecessary like language to describe a video game to the point where they make it sound good and they give a score and I'm like, all right, what the fuck did you just say? Like, all right, so it's a 97. I know I'm not like Chris. I know this is all down your lane. I'll let you headline this review of what's going on and you think it. I want to know. Yeah, school us. Elden Ring. Why is it getting these crazy review scores? And do you think it's secured Game of the Year this early?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely was looking like. I mean, I still got to play it, but I'm sure I'm gonna love it, man. Soul series is in my top 3 favorite gaming series of all time. Ever since I played Dark Souls 1 on the 360. Damn, Nick, your background.
Yeah, your background is horrible.
Oh,
shit. yeah, your background. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm surprised it was this high because I knew I was thinking a 93. That was my prediction. My prediction was a 93 on Metacritic. I knew it was gonna get above a 90 because, like I said before, like the Souls, like Miyazaki, he don't miss. Like he doesn't miss. The formula is an evergreen formula, in my opinion. I've been playing it for over a decade, right? The Souls game. So it's an evergreen formula, and they're taking that and they're evolving it into open world aspects. There's no other Souls game, right, or Souls-like game that's been in an open world environment. So From Software is taking that, and while maintaining the level of level design, like the quality level design that they do in the world design, because From Software makes amazing world design and level designs, right? They're one of the best that, in my opinion, right? Some people may disagree, that's fine, right? And they're taking that to an open world, right? And they're expanding upon it way, way more. And from what the reviewers are saying, it's like it has that feeling of there's always something of wonder for you to uncover or explore, and you're constantly being rewarded with new and unique things while you do these things. And if the game keeps up, kind of like the comparisons, right? Like Breath of the Wild. There's so many people get pissed off about that. I don't know why, right? But kind of that comparison where it's just like an open-ended world. It doesn't hold your hand. It gives you the freedom and flexibility to take on, the objective however you want to take it. And it seems like they were able to maintain that high of a quality. Obviously, look at the review scores. Look at the critics. 97 on Metacritic. That is crazy. The last two AAA games to receive this. So now it could drop, right? Because it's close to like 50 reviews, right? So there's going to be way more reviews coming later on down this week, right? Tomorrow, Friday, shit like that. So it could drop to like but even if it dropped to like a 95, that's still ridiculous, right? But what I was saying is the last two AAA games that got a 97 was Red Dead 2 and Breath of the Wild. What are you gonna say, Jay?
Them reviews ain't got no mixed reviews. Them things is all positive.
Yeah, I know.
The lowest being like a 90. No mixed reviews.
Yeah, man. From Software, man, they're the fucking best, man. They created a whole new genre that inspired a lot of developers, even developers who don't specifically make soul games. They've took at least some mechanics, or even if it's the controls, because Dark Souls was like the first game that I played ever, right? That had the controls where it's like the R1 light attack, R2 heavy attack, L1 for shield and L2 for parry and shit like that, right? Assassin's Creed started doing that. God of War 2018 kind of took that style a little bit as well. So it has an influence and inspiration with so many other games. And they finally got some of their flowers when Sekiro, right? Sekiro got Game of the Year, and shit like that. And their games always review well, but it seems like they definitely stepped it up this time around. And a lot of people are saying this is their magnum opus. This is their masterpiece. Is better than Bloodborne. It's better than all these other games. So I am super, super, super excited. I know I'm gonna spend hundreds of hours, PvP and all this shit. So I'm stoked. I'm super stoked that is getting reviewed extremely well. And the only other game that that can hang with it as far as Game of the Year when it comes to reviews, right? Just because it got a 97 doesn't automatically means it's gonna win, because Red Dead 2 got a 97 and that didn't win, right? But the only other games that I think that is going to be close in that range as far as like reviews and scores and overall scores is God of War Ragnarok and Breath of the Wild 2. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, man, I'm super stoked, man. Smooth, you should get it. You should get it on PS5, right? So we could co-op.
Best place to play. You only need
VRR to mask, the terrible claims and shit. You know what I mean?
So, all right. So the game,
I'm playing with you.
The game has it's a 97 on a PlayStation 5 with 45 critic reviews, 95 on a PC with 36 reviews, and it is a 95 on the Xbox Series X with 8 reviews. What the fuck? Like, why is there only 8 people? Like, what kind of bullshit is that?
Damn.
Yeah, that needs to change. But
the market leader, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what's? I always feel like multi-platform scores should just all be lumped in as one.
Yeah, just put
rather than just having separate ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the thing is that so everybody gave it these perfect scores, 9s, 10s. I feel bad for Horizon, because it literally takes Horizon comes
overshadowed,
out, and a game that's near perfect comes out right after. And Chris, I don't know if you said this live or before we went live, but because
I think I said though, it's the second time this happened. First, it was a Breath of the Wild released a week later. It took the thunder out of Horizon because it also got a 97 on Medicare, and people were going crazy when that game dropped.
Yep.
Now they're in the same situation where literally a week later, Elden Ring comes out and motherfuckers are 97 on Metacritic. It's like, damn. And listen, if y'all weren't into Souls games before, I don't want to hear this shit about, it's a 97, now I'm going to go cop it. Nah, bro. Like, come on. Like don't let the reviews go. If you don't like Souls games before, you're not going to like this Souls game, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm excited, man. From Software fans, This is our time, man. This is our time. It sucks that Horizon is out right now because it's gonna be very hard for me to juggle both games. Because I'm playing Elden Ring the night it comes out, but at the same time, I'm nowhere near done with Horizon. So I'm like, fuck, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's a good problem to have, I guess.
Dre, your thoughts?
Now, I mean, as far as the score goes, now 97. Like, I don't think anybody expected a 97. Like, I don't think anybody expected that.
No, I didn't.
I definitely saw it getting a 90 or above. You know what I mean? Like I said, the industry wasn't about to let that happen at all. From Software it right now is a media darling. I look at From Software as in the same category as a Nintendo. To me, all Dark Souls games look the same. I mean, that's just me from the outside looking in. They look the same, got the same animations, you do the same moves, do the same backstab, look the same. I look at it as a Mario game. Mario games been the same for 25 years. You know what I mean? So
how many Souls games have you played, Dre? Just curious.
I beat Bloodborne. I played that.
Okay.
I tried Dark Souls 3. Didn't get that.
You didn't get into it.
Nah, I got my
yeah.
Listen,
well,
listen.
No, that's fine. You don't have to like.
I'm the first to tell you that I'm trash.
Yeah.
I'm trash.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I don't mind that they're not your thing because when you're saying like it has the same shit and it's like, well, if you're barely playing them, that shouldn't be an issue for you because you didn't play 10 Souls games, you know.
Right. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I tried Sekiro or Sekiro, however you want to say it. And that, that was decent. I'm not gonna front on that one. That was decent, but yeah, I mean, I just look at From Software as the Nintendo, as a Nintendo, entity in this industry right now. And I'm that's not me saying that the game is not good, but I'm just saying that, they the media darlings, man. Like I said,
but people really fuck with even within the gaming community themselves, like me, Luca, and shit like that. Like, there's people that really like not in the media that really fuck with From Software games. Like, we really love it. Like, we like, yo, this is some of our favorite games and shit like that. So,
no doubt,
it's definitely a universal. A lot of gamers really enjoy From Software. It's not for everybody. Some people don't like it, whatever. But the people who are into them, they're really into them and really enjoy them.
No doubt. I mean, a lot of people enjoy Mario, but but yeah, I mean, kudos to From Software. They did it again. I do agree with Chris. I think if God of War comes out this year, I think that will be its main competition. I mean, Breath of the Wild too, but I think God of War will be the one to give it a run for its money. If you ask me. I think if God of War comes out this year, I think it's going to surprise a lot. I think it's going to be crazy. Like, I think that game's going to be nuts. And I was telling people,
you don't think it's going to be more of the same?
I mean, probably, but I mean, so we're getting more realms. I mean, I don't want to make this a God of War thing, but we're getting more realms and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure they're going to have different new combos, new moves. I mean. It's a continuation of 2018, so it's probably going to play relatively the same as 2018. So I mean, we'll see. Probably, yeah. I agree with you with that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a direct sequel. It's going to have a lot of similarities. Yeah.
I do think it's going to look better than Horizon, and I've been saying that. When it was first revealed, I said God of War looks better than Horizon. People call me crazy, but I think it's going to look better than Horizon graphically. So, but anyway, kudos to From Software. That's a hell of a feat, man. 97, tip my hat off to them. But, I just, they're just the media darlings to me. So it is what it is.
All right. So, Logan, I haven't heard from you in a little bit. Like, are you into these Souls type games?
Yeah, you picking them up?
I've dabbled in them here and there. But like I would not say that I've gotten like hardcore into them. I think the Souls game I played the most was Dark Souls 3. I actually got but I've never beaten a Souls game. I got relatively far in Dark Souls. I just don't remember why I dropped it or what happened or what came out. And then I dabbled in, I think, Bloodborne a little bit in the first Dark Souls. I did pick up Demon Souls when it launched, on PS5 and play that for a little bit. But so like I've tried them out. I'm just they're not my style of game. I don't like Elden Ring. Like it looks good, like graphically, and I know the gameplay. The gameplay for Dark Souls is definitely, I can see like the appeal and see why people enjoy them. It's just I'm not like in that hardcore crowd that like lives and breathes these Souls games, and I just have too much on my plate coming out of games that I am interested in and games I do want to play. That like day one for me, like picking up Elden Ring is just a no-go essentially for me. But shout out to the devs. I mean, it looks like, for that niche market that they got locked down with these Souls games. I mean, kudos to them for that 97, getting great review scores. So that's going to definitely, be good for all the fans that are of those series, right? Like, I know people have been looking forward to that, and it's
gonna sell like crazy. It's gonna sell like crazy because Dark Souls 3 sold 10 million. So I don't know if people still classify that as niche, but Elden Ring, and they're already saying Elden Ring's already broken some of the pre-order records, for From Software and shit like that. So it's gonna sell crazy.
So but no, I might try it out again, because I think I like the open world aspect of this a little bit more than kind of like what kind of felt more like open levels. So I might be a little bit more interested in that, but it's definitely going to be something that I'll pick up like later on. It's not a day one for me. Like if
we can co-op, Logan.
We can co-op. Get it on PlayStation. I might have to get it on PlayStation just to play with you, Chris, because you're really the only guy that I know that plays Souls games. So might have to just might have to switch over to the dark side.
So Dope, you getting this game?
When it hits $29.99, I'll cop it.
This guy.
I still gotta beat Demon Souls.
Oh man, is it Demon Souls?
Demon Souls is the shortest game. It's the shortest Souls game.
I'm playing other games right now, so like I'll beat Demon Souls first, and then I'll get into that game.
Yeah, that's just another game you drop, just like Old Man dropped Scarlet Nexus. Y'all gotta start admitting y'all dropping these games.
I did drop the game. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you. I did drop the game.
Fuck that game, bro. It's the best looking piece. It's the best.
Yeah, I dropped the game. I never picked the game up.
Oh, I got it for free, so it ain't nothing for me to really be too invested in at this point. But I'm definitely gonna beat that before I play Elden Ring.
Yo, it's okay to say a game ain't your type. I just want y'all to know that, man.
You never know what's your type until you try it out.
Nick,
I ain't got no type. Bad bitch is the only thing I like.
Wow.
And for me, I'm enjoying Horizon right now, and I just don't know if I can sync, because I don't know, like 16 or so hours into Horizon. I feel like I'm barely anywhere in that game. Because that map, I don't know if you've zoomed out, that map's massive in that game, and so I'm trying to do
crazy. Yeah, it's way different than the first one.
And I'm trying to do all the side missions and stuff in it, and every time I get into a new area, there's 25 different little green exclamation marks just popping up, and I gotta go talk to all these guys, and the side missions are actually I'm really enjoying them. They actually feel very rewarding. I'm going through rewarding. And that was one of the things with Zero Dawn for me, that I kind of felt like I just rushed through the main campaign and didn't really go through any of the side stuff. But with Forbidden West, I've been going through, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually enjoying digging into these side missions alongside as the main stuff. And so I've barely I'm 16 hours in, and I'm just looking at the map, and I'm I still got all this land to explore, and who knows how much more I got to do. So to sit there and be oh, I'm also gonna throw in another open world, Souls-like game, into my, library of my never-ending backlog. It's just not feasible for me to do it. It's not right.
I got a question. What difficulty are y'all playing Horizon? Because I'm playing it on very hard. And it's pretty challenging. Yeah, it's pretty challenging on very hard.
That's how I played the first game on, was hard.
and it's like the AI is way more aggressive this time around compared to Zero Dawn.
I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. I'm playing it on story, but no, I'm just playing. I'm playing it on normal.
I'm playing on normal.
Yeah,
I never looked at Horizon as this
hard.
sort of like I don't look to get a challenge out of that game. The game looks good, and I don't want to spend any.
I think hard mode is a good balance though, like for a lot of these games.
It is fun on very hard.
Them birds still attack me and kill me a couple times.
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't know how it is on the other difficulty, but on very hard, man, it forces me to like really like utilize. Like I gotta stand back, scan, make sure I'm targeting the right parts and shit like that. Like and make sure I'm using the right elements, to weaken the enemy and shit like that. It's really fun. It's challenging, but it's really fun for me.
I'm getting just the amount of challenge I need in this normal mode. So.
I'm not shitting at anybody who's not playing it on very hard. I'm just saying that's the mode I'm playing on. I'm having a good time.
Understand.
Yeah.
Shout out to Epic Troy for $5. He said RDR2 got robbed. Please stop using that as a reference. So he's saying Red Dead Redemption 2 got robbed by God of War. So
absolutely not.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
I don't know. So okay. I think Elden Ring, like. I feel like these games are like janky and overrated, bro. Like,
hold on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But Chris said something, and I just wanted to ask you a question. Did Bloodborne lose to? Hold on, who did Bloodborne lose to?
Whatever game that came out in 2015.
Witcher 3.
Okay,
Witcher 3. Yeah, it lost to Witcher 3.
Did it get robbed?
Then Witcher 3 score higher?
No, I mean Witcher 3 was a good. Yeah, Witcher 3 was a great game.
Okay.
I mean,
all right, so it didn't get robbed.
Uncharted got robbed by Overwatch.
Most of my game of the year
got robbed by Overwatch.
Most of my game of the years don't win game of the year, so I feel like all my games of the years get robbed, but that's neither here nor there.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Me too. Mine's too.
Yeah, so I think I don't like these games like are very janky. I feel like they're overrated.
No, they're not.
Because I don't understand not one story from any of these games from Software makes. I don't get anything. The gameplay.
No, it's not.
That's a fair point, though.
It's not a game that pushes cinematic storytelling.
They don't push graphics either.
No, you don't. Nah, man, but it's like people don't play them shits like that, man. It's a gameplay loop that is very addicting and the world design and shit like that. And the enemies
7 of the same games with the same gameplay loop, and it's just better.
Yeah, that gameplay loop. Like as I said before, that gameplay loop is evergreen, right? Meaning it doesn't get old. Like it's a tried and true formula, right? Just like
you sound like a Sea of Thieves fan.
Right? Just like first-person shooters don't get old, right? Do FPS get old for y'all? Do y'all still play them?
Here's the thing: the only difference between all these games is these ugly ass monsters they make you fight with OP ass fucking moves. Like, all right, I'll tell you this now. I'm not saying like, for example, I enjoyed Bloodborne, especially when I beat it, and I enjoyed Sekiro. But the thing is like after the end of the day, I was like, okay, I feel like Sekiro is a better version or a modern version of Bloodborne. And I don't like Dark Souls. I think the shit's too fucking slow. For me, this game, like I said, it's like okay, it looks like Sekiro and Bloodborne in an open fucking world. They're like, okay, the frame rate still is shit. The graphics is janky. There's pretty much no story. It's just I don't know what it is that says, you know what, this is the fucking the killer app of all fucking gaming. Like I don't see that in Elden Ring, or I don't see that in any From Software games. Like I don't understand like what's this like this nature where everybody overrates their work. I don't see anything. They're not very approachable. Most times, if you don't like the gameplay,
that's an opinion at this point.
How is it that the only thing you can take from this fucking game is the gameplay loop? And you take that. If you take the gameplay loop, apply that to every other game. Wait, listen to this. If you take if you take that attitude to every other game, y'all call it repetitive. Like what is this? No, first of all, no. Every game is repetitive. So that's always been a dumb argument because every game is repetitive. Is whether you
enjoy that repetitive loop over and over again, right?
Mhm.
As long as you enjoy it, but Dark Souls has a lot of flexibility in how you customize and build your character, so you can always continue to replay it and do different builds and go to different locations that you didn't do your first time around.
Okay.
You know, and it's not
Chris.
just that, right? So when people say it doesn't have story, no, it does, but the story isn't presented to you in a conventional way. It's like you have to dig, you have to, do research and shit like that. People don't like that, right? Understandable, because people don't want to do extra research, right? Do extra homework and shit like that. How some people
storytelling to me.
Yeah. No, well, it depends. It really depends. We get all these other games where they directly tell us the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get these games that is so rich in its lore that when you do start to find shit out, you're like, holy fuck, and it changes your perspective, right? This is somebody who played these games and that are into the lore. And there's like Valley Video. Every time he drops a lore video, 1 million views, 1 million, 2 million views. Every time he drops, because that people are that interested and invested in the lore in these games. It just isn't told to you in a conventional way. Some people don't like it. Some people may look at that as bad storytelling. It's only bad, right, if the shit is just bad, but the shit is really good and it's really intriguing and interesting, and it's different from everybody else. And I'm not saying just because it's different means that it's good, but we already get all these other games that tells us stories. We get like Guardians of the Galaxy, we get The Last of Us, we get all these other games that do these things that we want to do when it comes to storytelling. But with these games, they do it in their own unique way, and people enjoy these. Enjoy that.
One of the things that was off-putting about me, one of the reviewers said that you have to take notes. Like, fuck? Take notes?
No, okay, no. No, it was Jason Schreier. I know. I said it was Jason Schreier. What he's saying is the open world of the game is not like any other open world to where it's like, for example, like Horizon, like just like Ole Man was saying, right? As soon as he gets to a new area, there's a bunch of question marks, right? Exclamation points and stuff like that you gotta, kind of check off the list. But in Elden Ring, it's more of like a natural exploration to where it's like you're not looking at the map and seeing all these icons. You're just naturally exploring. You're naturally exploring, and you're doing side activities and side quests.
The reviewer
without
said, he said he picked up a bunch of quests, and by the end of the game, he forgot to do them all. I was like, how the fuck does that happen? Like, I get it. I mean, it sounds interesting, but I think
with it, man.
By the time it translates to actual regular people, that shit's gonna be annoying. Like,
a lot of people really enjoy these games. Man. I mean, a lot of people really enjoy these games.
I don't know, man. It's just a bunch of dorks who just got happy they got the review code. Like, I mean, like,
you funny, dog.
Crazy.
That's dorks just happy they got the review code. What the fuck?
Shout out to Bray Cells is on fire. He says RDR2 is trash. The controls are terrible. It only got high ratings because it's Rockstar.
Shut the fuck up.
Rockstar's a media darling as well. Rockstar's a media darling as well.
That was a hard shut the fuck up.
That was the controls are terrible.
That's something to think about. Is Rockstar a media darling? That's something to think about.
Absolutely.
But is Red Dead trash? No, it's not.
No, hell no.
That game is not trash. Like, what the fuck?
That game was actually amazing in my opinion, honestly. But it's neither here or there. But I can definitely see.
Some of the shit that game pulls off, none of these fucking studios are doing right now, on even next gen. So what are we even talking about?
As far as open world, yeah, absolutely.
Like, what?
I mean, I'm curious to see. I hope if I could survive a game like Elden Ring, that would be a shock. It's just there's a couple of things that turn me off. I'm hearing 90 hours, 80 plus hours that people are putting into the game, and I get that's probably natural, like time just. But and then
no quest markers to tell you where to go.
No quest markers. I need a waypoint. If you're gonna give me an open world game, give me
all
the waypoints you got. I need a waypoint. Like
you can customize, like you can place waypoints on the map that you can actually see in the world. So you can customize and put waypoints on the map and shit.
And I just think I still we could talk about this whole performance thing because the game it looks all right, but it's. Saying a From Software game looks good isn't really saying much. You know what I mean? They get like they're not that. I don't think they're that good looking. I know their worlds and their lore, like, you know, pull people in. You know what I mean? But I don't understand what's going on. I've seen the Xbox and PlayStation comparison. I don't know if this is like anything with day one patches, but I know a lot of people are running around hyping that the game runs at like fucking 47 to 52 frames per second on the PlayStation 5 in its performance. But it's like, okay, it's like
58 to 60.
It's
no,
like
58 to 60.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's like-
that,
yeah,
bro. You
it's
guys
like
keep
50
looking
to
at that
60
one
on
clip.
PS5.
It was
Show me
40
the
on
game running
Xbox.
at a damn near lock 60 frames per second. Like
I
wasn't
didn't say
locked.
locked.
It
I
wasn't
didn't say
locked.
yeah,
locked.
but it's nowhere close
say
to
locked.
it's nowhere close to that
No,
short.
yes,
The
it
Xbox
is.
isn't
No,
doing
yes, it
better.
is.
Bro, the Xbox isn't
It's
doing
Xbox
definitely
doing
close
worse.
to 60.
it's definitely doing what?
It's definitely close to 60. Yeah,
Close to
It's-
60.
Yeah,
it's- yeah.
but this is
It, like
this
it
is
hit 60.
It's
but-
not
Yeah,
that
just
W
hold
on
on,
nobody
okay.
part.
Hold on, but
That's
we
why I
still-
don't understand why y'all
we're
argue.
still gonna have to wait because this is pre-patch, and I remember Digital Foundry saying that From Software told them to wait until the actual patch comes out before they do their technical analysis. So hopefully both versions improve with the
Yo, let me
Xbox
say
needs to
something
get some more
about this
tools,
shit,
man.
yo.
They got
We
the
need to
wrong
stop
tools.
talking about. Yeah, we need to
Got
stop
the
talking
wrong
about this.
tools.
Which one running the worst? Like we
Nope.
we
I
arguing
guess they
about
disagree
which
more.
one
I don't even-
running
No.
the
Yeah,
best
I don't even
worst
tweet about it
version,
anymore.
yo.
No,
Like that's
No.
stupid.
no, it's not. No, it's
no,
not.
it's not. Yeah,
Because
thank you,
it
Dre.
is.
Thank you, Dre. Nah,
Because-
man.
Because y'all ran with
They're
that.
gonna be
Y'all-
getting Elden
y'all
Ring
ex-
on PC, right?
They ran with the
Okay,
most
tell me
powerful
why that
version.
ain't
Xbox
stupid.
dudes ran.
Tell me why
y'all-
that ain't stupid.
y'all Xbox dudes ran with that,
Hey.
right? The most powerful console,
Uh-huh.
right? Y'all
Right.
did that. Y'all ran with
Okay.
that. And now this dog shit PS5 is beating
Okay.
is beating this beast in the Xbox Series X in these
On
games.
some games, on bad
But that's the
Wait for
thing,
the
optimized.
though.
120 FPS rebuttal.
Of course-
Wait for the 120 FPS backwards.
What I don't get though is it's
According to
always
y'all, hold on.
flippity flop though. Like this is I don't like what kind of win is this?
Yeah,
That's what I
this
was
is
saying.
the worst win I've ever seen.
according to y'all, PS5 should
I'm-
never
Never.
outperform. Should
All
never
right.
Here's
outperform.
I'm
Okay.
gonna give you this, bro.
Alright, I got
That's
what
why
you're
it's the
saying.
win.
I'ma
Because
give
it's
you
the
this.
weaker console.
All right.
That's why it's the win. Because it's
Okay.
supposed to be the weaker console.
I'ma
give
even
you this.
though everybody blatantly ignored
Okay.
developers talking about it. Don't worry about the spec feature
fair.
is the way that the shit is designed. And we continue to see this over and over again where the performance are better. Sometimes the Xbox version have higher resolution, but the PS5 would still perform better than it when it comes to maintaining its frame rate.
In most games,
How's that working in Dying Light 2?
no. Let me answer the question.
No, I
in
want him
most
to answer that
games,
question. How is it working in Dying Light 2?
No, I
didn't-
don't know.
I
I haven't
didn't see
checked.
it.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
know.
It
Yeah, I don't
shouldn't.
know.
It
cut to the
shouldn't.
chase.
It
Is it in
shouldn't
most
happen at
games?
all.
Because there's
Oh, I don't know.
actually
people-
there's actually a 40 to 50 frames per second gap between the two platforms on Dying Light 2. That's the only reason
Is
why I
it
asked
the
that.
W just
talking
don't
about
look
that
too good.
VR.
It's like there was in Call of
It's
Duty
not
in
bullshit.
120 FPS
I don't
mode
care
and
about
shit like
that
that.
shit,
It's the actual real
Like, come on,
performance
man.
mode.
Everybody
point,
don't
man,
got a VR
Everybody slept on the
capable TV.
PS5. People underestimated the PlayStation, and it's holding its own better than what the other people try to make it seem to be. So
That's
stop
right.
You
the
know
cap.
what, Smooth? I say let's give it to them because they right.
they
you know,
can
dudes.
have it
If
at
it's
stable
a-
ass
hold
50 frames
on,
per second.
hold on. Our DNA 3 and 2 and all this, and you
Yes,
know,
sir.
they do really look stupid right now.
RDNA 4,
The
baby, get it
dudes
right.
who said it, they
No,
do look kind of crazy.
it's funny. It's not a good look, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Those games from Software, janky ass games, it's hard to celebrate a dub because there's some frame rate. If the shit ain't locked, I don't really care about it, honestly. And
I think the PlayStation was probably the lead platform that they were developing on.
Now you going that far. So that's what.
I'm curious to see if worse comes to worse, I could just play the Xbox One X version on it and then probably get a better performance. Just like,
Oh yeah, because there may be a situation where the One X version may run a little better, right?
yeah, if it's
No, but I don't think the One X version will have 60 FPS.
no,
I don't think it's gonna have that.
unlocked frame rate. Their games are all unlocked.
Yeah, the backwards. Okay, yeah.
They're from soft games, with the exception of Bloodborne, all have unlocked frame rates. So
Yeah.
of course, the Xbox games, you know, the previous Xbox never got to those points. But when they get to run on like these consoles and shit, they should be able to just go to wherever their target. So if that's the case, I'll play it that way. Just like the PS, like for example, if you play the PlayStation 4 Pro version on the PS5, you're getting a lock 60. You will get a lock 60. And that might be the better move to do instead of fucking championing 55 frames per second sometimes. I mean, it is what it is. It's a dub. I mean, it's a dub. Y'all ain't gonna hear me talk shit about it because it's a dub.
But we still
yeah, that's all I'm saying, Smooth. Just drop it, yo.
No, hold on. It's not over. It's not over yet because we still gotta wait for the post-patch analyst that from Digital Foundry, and hopefully that improves both versions of the game. So we'll see how it runs.
Cyberpunk one too. That shit's like yikes.
Hey man, you shouldn't be talking shit. You shouldn't be talking shit.
But the caveat is VRR.
Yeah, you need a feature. You need a feature to match that poor performance. Go ahead, man. But that's even more embarrassing.
No, it's not.
That's even more embarrassing. Yeah,
it's a part of the system.
You need a Band-Aid. You need a Band-Aid, man. Come on.
Oh man. Yeah, but man, shout out to
that is a cool a feature for it. But still, I don't give a fuck.
It's only gonna be cool until PlayStation finally gets it, then I can shut up about it. But
that shit ain't look like it's happening no time soon.
Hopefully,
I mean, they said it's coming, but we
still need that better capture system. Too.
They couldn't even get VRR working under TVs properly for a better part of a year. So that shit ain't come to PS5 no time soon.
Damn shame.
Yeah, so somebody the capturing on Xbox, is still trash, but they did fix the streaming now. Twitch feels more integrated on it. No, I mean this is a good. You should test it out. I'll watch your stream. If I'm going to start streaming again, that's gonna be the way I do it because I'm literally about to give up on capture cards and all this other bullshit. I'd rather just keep all my fidelity that comes with my TV and stream at the same time and don't have to worry about it. So. Yeah, that's what I'm probably doing. That's probably gonna be the movie. I want to see me play some fucking games. It's gonna be on Twitch, because Xbox supports it natively. Now, what they need to fucking do is update their capture system. Because the one thing I was playing Horizon Forbidden West, and I was like, oh, let me capture that. I'm like, I know capturing can be that fucking simple and like that common fucking sense. Like, just like this? Oh, I can either do the hour, I can do the last minute, and it just boop, boop. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? I was like, somebody that works for Microsoft has to have a PlayStation 5 somewhere in the fucking house and capture the gameplay at least once. I don't understand.
It was
and that shit. The one thing I like about
that simple on PS4 too.
It was, but it's like, bro, like how is such a gap in something so simple? I mean, if you got $1 billion,
yeah, I'm with you on that.
You got a couple $1 trillion. Buy somebody, fucking buy Hulu, some shit. Like I don't know, buy somebody that can record the gameplay. That's.
Oh no, man!
Guess what's smooth?
They can easily do it.
Yeah.
PlayStation getting the mobile captures now. It's coming.
Mm-hmm. No, it's there. We got it. Yeah.
What's that?
We got it already.
Get my mobile.
Look, we got it.
I don't see that shit.
It's take a screenshot and then from the console and it comes to your phone.
Oh yeah.
I had that update. Now that thing is away from my app, it don't exist on my app anymore.
Yeah, I don't have it on my app. I tried it just now.
You have to manually switch it on your PS5.
But what I'm saying is I did switch it on. I was getting captures. And then just randomly it stopped, and now I can't even look at the captures anymore. Like that whole section on my app is gone.
Damn.
Mm.
And I do have it's still enabled on my system.
Right.
And
Huh. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Somebody's doing something that's like fucking with my ears, but
yeah, Nick, your background, bro.
But no,
using, man.
We definitely appreciate you guys all coming through for this episode 94. Shout out to Sir Dre, the great. Like, what you been up to though?
Oh man,
your computer's finally up, so that's cool.
Computer's finally up, yes sir. I haven't had a laptop for a minute, so I haven't been able to do anything like upload or anything. But I did upload a video today.
All right, gotta check it out.
Yeah, and I've just been cooling, man. I got a fuck it, I'll tell y'all, man. I got another one on the way. So
congrats!
Congratulations, man. Old man, you an old man. You an old man.
Congrats.
So, yeah, man. That's about it, man. Getting ready for that little one, and playing these games, dog.
Yeah, man.
That's about it.
Man, you better get all the gaming you can because once that one pops out,
he'll be right in my arms with the controller. Right.
You age.
Oh man.
You gotta have him in the Baby Yoda thing, floating in the air and shit.
Dopest J, what you got going on?
Ain't shit, man. I just been working. I had 2 job interviews. One yesterday and one this morning. So
nice.
You trying to switch fields and shit, trying to get some more money. So
yes, sir.
Other than that, I've just been chilling. Probably gonna play some more Horizon after this.
Okay, I'm gonna try to watch the Kanye West part 2. Hey, that shit is lit, bro. Cause the Kanye West documentary that's on Netflix. It's either that or Horizon.
Genius.
Yeah, I mean, because I love the old Kanye, so that's why it's like bringing back like memories watching it. NickBanks, what you got going on?
Man, I'm just gonna try to finish this Horizon. I heard Dre talking about the area he was at, and I ain't experienced it yet. So I guess he passed me now. And
I just need to get. He probably.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm doing a lot of. Yeah, I'm doing like errands. I'm doing contracts. I'm doing side missions because you get rewarded like with good shit that you can use in these encounters. So it's I was like, yo, let me just build my character.
Real quick. Have you got to the arena yet?
You talking about where you do melee stuff at?
No, not the pit, the arena where you fight machines.
Nah.
Okay. Nah. When you get to the arena, do all that because that's where you get the best armor.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead with the main mission so I can unlock most of that stuff.
That's where you get the legendary armor.
Yeah, I seen you post that. I ain't say that. I heard. Damn, I'm still blue out here.
Logan, man, what you got going on?
Well, I don't really got too much going on. Just sitting here playing games. Ready to get back into Horizon. Dig into that a few more.
Man, Nick.
What the fuck?
Yo, Nick, your background, my guy.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on over there?
All right, carry on.
No, I don't have too much going on. I'm just playing games, just getting ready for next month because next month's gonna be like a lot of stuff for me is coming out.
Tell her you.
So I need to get through Horizon before next month.
What's coming out next month? Besides,
I got
GT7 and Ghost
Shadow Warrior 3 is on my list. Drops the 1st of March. GT7 and then.
Are you getting that through PS now, or are you just buying it?
I already bought it on Xbox like forever ago. So
hey, real quick, don't forget. I ain't mean to cut you off, Logan, but don't forget the GOAT GTA 5 March 15th, man.
Oh yeah,
not only that.
Triple dip, baby. Triple dip.
Not only that, you got that fire Square Enix exclusive on the Switch. That Triangle Strategy that's about to be heat next week. You know what I mean? You got GT7. You got that Stranger of Paradise. A Final Fantasy game.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good month next month, man.
I ain't gonna play that Stranger Paradise. I got three games coming out next month.
I know. Y'all don't want to play Final Fantasy. I know.
Well, I play. What do you mean? I got like 47 plus hours in Final Fantasy remake.
Final Fantasy 15, the best Final Fantasy that I've ever played.
Man,
huh?
What? That's the only one that you played.
No.
That's the only. That is the biggest, yo. You can tell you
fucking way.
Yo,
Dre, you said 15?
15 was dog shit.
15 I dropped.
Nah, 15 is heat.
Drop. No regrets.
15 is heat.
Did you play 7 Remake?
Nah.
I played 7 Remake and I did not like
Yeah,
it.
he shits on it.
What?
He capped it. No, 15 was okay, but it wasn't a great Final Fantasy game in my opinion.
Oh my god,
The other
bro.
ones.
This dude said 15.
15 was heat. Baby.
That's a hot take.
Yo, he probably would have liked 13 too. He probably be screaming out for. I like
Yeah,
13.
you should try out 13 on Game Pass on PC.
The only ones only ones I played was the 7 remake. Like I said, I don't like that one. 10, and that one's too old school for me. So it didn't really connect with me like
You
that.
played the remaster 10?
Yeah, it was yep.
HD remaster.
I
Okay.
mean, you talking about the combat, right? The turn based. You don't like turn based?
I mean, it depends because like I like Dragon Quest 11. Like I actually love Dragon Quest 11.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's surprising.
And so I like the turn based in that, but I don't know, just Final Fantasy 10 was
just
not,
didn't click with
not
me.
clicking. Nah. But Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 15, yes sir. Noctis, Gladio, yes sir. Yes sir.
What do you think about?
I think that game needs to get updated. Though. I should try that game on
Gladius,
PC.
whatever his name is.
What do you think?
It's just too old.
What do you think about 16? How it looks so far?
I'm waiting to see more on that. And it's supposed to be more action oriented, right? So
Yeah, it's the combat designer is the same dude. He left Capcom. He was the one. He was the one behind Devil May Cry 5.
don't say that.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Damn, that's gonna be
Because-
fucking tough.
I like Devil May Cry's combat, but I don't like that you have to make it so stylized.
Yeah, but it might.
I
But
don't
it's
like
still gonna
that.
be. It's still gonna be fine. Like they still said that it's gonna be heavily RPG, like different builds and shit like that, right? So it's still gonna. It's not gonna be like Devil May Cry, but the dude behind Devil May Cry is working on the combat.
All right, cool. But yeah, I'm waiting to see more on 16 because from that first trailer, it looked dope. But we ain't seen
PlayStation exclusive, baby.
That's right, baby.
Wow. All right. So, yeah, man. Who left? Nick?
Nick did.
Okay. Well,
you
yeah,
said
man.
me.
I mean, I don't got anything. I've been trying to, get my subscribers up and my views up by dropping a video every day. Didn't do a video today.
You've been
because we had
working,
a
man.
podcast.
You've been working.
Yeah, I've been trying, but we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I might have a video tomorrow. I might play this Elden Ring. We'll see. But thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure. You guys are great. Hit the like button before you go. Hit the share button. And we will see you guys next week. Check out Sir Dre the Great. I just posted up a new video. I'm gonna check that out myself. And
Thank you, sir.
yeah, man. And check out level is it level 1 gaming or double is level 1 gaming? I don't want to confuse the podcast name. Oh man, is level
level 1 game.
Level 1 gaming.
You're thinking of two time or 2XP.
Yeah, 2X. I'm thinking of 2XP the podcast, but level up level1gaming.com. Ole Man Logan, writes over there, and that's Famey and T2K's website, and they got the podcast 2XP or double XP podcast, which I think was live earlier today. But as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We're out of here. Peace.